Okay, it should be. Are we live? Yep, we live. Okay,
Looks like we're
we are live. All right, y'all. You already know who it is. This is Sincerely Donnie back again with another podcast. I'm here with the one, the only Poetry Poppy. For those of you that don't know, he's here. He's loud. He's proud. He's gonna give us some beautiful poetry tonight. You know what I'm saying? Um, Good brother. You know, let me give you a proper introduction. This is my friend, my poetry brother. I met him like a year ago at the first Love Jones. He came through, gave us some beautiful blessings of poems. And he's been riding with us ever since. Poetry Poppy, tell us about you. Tell us about why you got into poetry and who are you a little bit. Give us a little bit of who you are.
yeah. First off, ooh, my fault. Let me just adjust that real quick. First off, I just want to say thank you, Adonis.
Mhm.
I don't believe in worshiping men, but I believe in honoring men. And you listen, you got something special, bro. So I got to give you that. Just keep doing what you're doing. I actually wouldn't be doing poetry if you didn't have Lucid Voices as a platform to perform it on. The first time I ever
Stop it.
went to a poetry event was at a Lucid Voices, you know, grand event at the Electric City Barn.
Mhm,
Um, and I thought it was so cool. One of my friends was up there performing. Kareem, you guys might know him.
mhm,
He was up there spitting. I was like, damn, I think I could do that.
mhm.
And just there, sitting there in the crowd, I started writing my first poem, and it just kept coming out, spilling out of me, right? So, and I've been doing it ever since, and it's been a very, very, very healing experience. Just being able to express myself in with words
Mm,
in a way that I never thought I could.
mm,
Um, yeah. Prior to that, I'm from Florida originally. I was born in Miami and raised in Orlando. Um, I have a creative background because I went to college for pastoral ministry, but I my concentration was in vocal performance. So I already have a creative background. I was in choir at church, and I played in church bands and could play the guitar, and I already had like something about the creative facility about myself, but I never really took it super seriously up until uh, you know poetry became a thing for me. So um, it's been very healing. That's the best way I could describe it. I feel like I'm healing my broken self just
mm,
with the words I say, right?
mm.
So yeah.
Healing my broken self just with the words I say. I'm gonna need you to put that in a poem, okay? So when you're done with all this recording, I'm gonna need you to take that,
Got you.
put it up in a bowl,
Run that play.
run that shit back. You know what I'm saying?
So,
Going back to because you said something at the last event, talking shit about my town. What brought you all the way from Florida to
oh
this
yeah, it's
place?
been a ride, dude. I'm from the slums of Miami,
Mm,
Dade County, right?
hmm.
Um,
You from Dade County?
Dade County,
Golly, man.
305. Yeah, that's where I was born.
Wow.
So I'm kind
Way
of far
down
away from home, right? Yeah, right in the mountains now. I think that when I was so my dad moved to Canada when I was 16, 17 years old, and
here.
I couldn't leave the country per se, so I stayed in New York and going through just college, I stayed around, moved from Rockland County to upstate.
Hmm.
And I've been here ever since. I'm stuck in New York. I don't know why. I'm stuck here. And I ended up in Schenectady. It was the first time I came upstate here was in Schenectady. I lived on Morston Street,
Mhm.
right off State Street.
Mm.
Um, so I feel like I'm a local now. I know what I know now. But it was a bit of a shock for sure.
Mm. Okay. So I mean, don't ever say you stuck here, all right? Because you're not stuck in New York, okay?
Heard you.
This
Heard you.
is stop for you, because we taking over the world, baby. You,
Mhm,
me, poetry, everybody else, we take over the world. Why
mhm.
poetry? Why poetry?
Right. So I think that much to what I said earlier, just to piggyback off that, I never felt I was always a shy guy, right?
Mm.
So I never felt like I could say the things that I really wanted to say,
Mm-hmm.
right? Um, and poetry has allowed me to be confident, be bold, be naughty, be nice, be factual in a way that I never felt like I was able to do before.
Hmm.
Um, in a way that people relate to, right? And it's not perceived as weird or corny or anything like that. It's, it has substance to it. So it's, again, it's such a, I can't say it any other way. It's healing, bro. It's healing my body, healing my mind. Um, because confidence is a thing that a lot of men don't even think about, cultivating.
Hmm.
And it's really a skill. You got to really like make that a thing that you practice. And I didn't
Hmm.
have that until I really started taking poetry seriously and really saying the things that were inside for real.
Hmm. That's true.
Yeah,
And
man.
I had to soak that in for a second. I'm sorry, but it is true. Like I think, and especially just watching you over the course of like these last couple years, seeing where you come and where you're going right now. Yeah, your confidence is going through the roof, and it's also just your comfortability when it comes to discovering yourself. I
Yeah,
think poetry has really helped you discover yourself. And I'm just glad to be on this journey with you, because
yeah.
it like you said, as men, we are learning to heal through words. Um, and that's not an easy process, especially as us as black men. So where would you say you are on when it comes to your healing journey in poetry? Like how would you measure it at this moment in time?
Um, I think the only word that comes to mind is rebellion.
Mm,
I hate, I don't hate it, but it's not ideal. It's kind of like being in a box for a
mm,
certain period of time. Because just for context, I grew up in a Haitian American household. My dad is from Haiti, so he was super, super strict, right?
mm,
And we also grew up as in a Christian household. We went to church every Sunday, went to Bible study on Wednesday. So my worldview was very, very in a
mm,
box, right? And it's not bad per se, but that's all I knew, and that's all I kind of went with.
mm,
I I embraced that, right? But I was always denying myself in other areas, right? I never really said the things that I really wanted to say because I was almost bridled. I felt like I was bridled by like my Christian worldview or my Haitian parent worldview, um, or the culture at the church I went to really didn't talk about those type of topics, so I didn't have an outlet to express those types of things, right? Or if I
mm,
did, it was hey, listen, that's a sinful thing. So I never really had a chance to do that. So right now I'm just kind of letting loose and exploring what that even looks like for me, as a man.
mm,
What does that look like? Because I got two boys that I'm now seeing myself in, right? As a 3 year
mm,
old or a 1 year old kid. So I'm trying to see how my own journey as a man lines up. So it's an open book, really. And I'm really in the beginning of all this, but the best way I could describe it is a state of maybe rebellion is the wrong word, but a state of freedom where I'm just exploring what that looks like and, embracing, the things that I never thought I could embrace.
You got two kids?
I do.
Oh my god. What in the world? I'm sorry, the chat is live right now.
Yeah,
But I never knew that. I
I two
never knew.
boys.
Two boys?
Yeah,
That's beautiful, man. That is
yeah,
beautiful. I never knew that. That's crazy.
yeah,
Um,
man.
I'm sorry, the chat is wild right now.
Chat's going live. That's awesome.
uh, no, it's funny. Hold on. Hold on. I'm getting flame right now. But we
Why?
got some people watching. I'm not gonna tell you. If you can see the chat, you can see the chat. If you can't, it's too late. You know what I'm saying? Put this away real quick because
That's
I'm getting
awesome.
massacred. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
Oh, they flaming.
they
Oh
smoking me
no.
right now in the chat. You know what I'm saying? This is not even about me. It's about you right now. And they just like, yeah. Oh man, it's funny. I love it here. But hey, that's not here. You know what? Yeah, put it in the bun. All right, back to you. So, right? You say you got two kids, man. Talk about your healing journey. Let me ask you, what do you think? What do you think is your strength when it comes to poetry? Where do you find your niche? Where do you find your that part where you go, oh yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. Best way I could put it, my older brother told me that I live in Atlanta musically. Like my
Mm,
mind is somewhere in the club in Atlanta or
mm-hmm,
somewhere in a late night heartbreak in Atlanta. Um, and that's kind of where I find the most of my inspiration comes from. Just soulful, mournful longing, right? And a lot of it comes from, just having that lover boy kind of desire, you
mm-hmm,
know, wanting to experience like real, true, sincere love, knowing that it's not necessarily real per se, or that it's hard to find, but knowing that I want to be that kind of person who, is deserving of it.
mm-hmm,
So that kind of niche, that area, is where my mind is at a lot of love, a lot of the, heartbreaks or just life lessons that I've learned through that type of mind space. It's kind of
mm-hmm.
where I find a lot of my poems come from right now.
So you would consider yourself a lover boy poet.
Sure, sure
You
am. Hopeless romantic to a fault. I don't know why, but
mm,
it's where I'm at.
you do have some beautiful lover boy poems. I'm not gonna hold you. And though
Appreciate that, my guy.
your cadence is definitely an amazing flow. You got one poem that opens up, and I'm like, God damn. He was like, stop. I need to hear some dope
I don't
music.
I don't want to get to the climax.
You would stop letting do do do. I'm like, I'm
Oh,
gonna
that John, yeah, that was a good one.
the other the other one I don't want to get to the climax is also a good one too. But nah, you know what? I think that probably is because you have a smooth voice too. So when you perform it, it kind of just slows the crowd down and everything like that. It's a
Mm.
beautiful aesthetic. Let me ask you this: who would you say inspires you as a poet? Like who are the people that inspire you right now?
Um, I love listening to Kareem. I
Shout
think
out
he
to
has,
Kareem.
yeah, shout out to KT. He has a way with words, man. Like he just understands diction.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I love listening to Mahogany Soul. I haven't seen her in person other than at Lucid Voices events, but she has a way with words.
Woo, Mahogany Soul. That's my sister right there. I
She's
love
she's
her.
she's gas, bro. She's gas for real.
Else, man.
Um, I like I think I get my inspiration from women.
Mm,
With relationships between men and women. I think I look at people differently now that I write poetry about love because
mm-hmm.
people experience it differently, right?
Mm.
But if I could say where do I get my inspiration from, I would say from women, just different women in my life.
I was about to say, you got anybody special that you get inspiration from, or
Different people. There might be a few that I won't name them just because I don't want put any names
I'm
out.
not gonna make you. I'm not gonna put you on the
But
spotlight.
but yeah, just different people like just draw that out of me. They bring just ingenuity and inspiration out of me. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I have a few like specific muses for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Don't we all? Got a couple muses myself, man. We gotta have
I
that in your life. Just you
have
know,
to. And
yeah.
seeing the new poets that I've never like really
Mm-hmm.
had time to like get a chance to come around, these ones that you are bringing into the collective, just hearing their hearts and their minds for music or for music, for poetry, for art, that is so inspiring because it makes my brain start working. How can I take this thing to the next level? What can I do to evolve this, right? Grow this. So yeah,
Hold on, people in the chat talking about y'all not name dropping. Listen, this is a safe space, and we don't need to be name dropping. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Who we love is who we love. All right.
I love all y'all.
Yeah, shoot. Would you name drop your muses? All right, then.
I won't
Moving on.
do that, right? Because then they're gonna take. Nah, I can't even do that. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. I don't see you gotta keep that. They know who they are. They
Right.
know who they are. They
They
know.
know
They know.
exactly who they are.
You know when the poem is for you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So
And if it resonates, listen. If the shoe fits, listen. The shoe fits, but
if you
you
want to
know
be
who.
his muse, you know what I'm saying. You know what to do.
Yeah.
Shot sure will. You lying? I hear capping on this on the live stream right now. Get away from me. But going back to you, right? When I ask you, what does you mean poetry mean to you? What's the first thing that comes to mind?
Um, I think of symmetry. I was
Ooh.
actually thinking about this. Um, I was thinking about this the other day. I said poetry to me is symmetry. It's finding that balance between, for me, who I've been and who I'm supposed to be. That's poetry for me. I'm able to find that balance. I know what I have got going on, and I know what I want to do, and I know what comes out of my mind and what I'm able to write down, and it helps me become my own superhero per se, if I can make it that kind of, that way. I'm becoming my own superhero, right? I'm becoming my own celebrity in my own mind, in my own heart, in my own person.
Mm.
Not to say that I'm not trying to gas myself, but why not? Who else is gonna gas? You know what I mean?
This is the time to gas yourself as you're wearing
Right.
that fancy ass Movado watch right here that costs a couple $1,000 and that gold chain looking like, you know what I'm saying? You about to spend the band. Talk about
Yeah, appreciate
yourself.
it. Yeah. But
This is
that's where I get it from. I get it, I find this symmetry, this ability to balance myself when I say I get it off my chest and I'm just of almost like a vessel. It just comes out. I say this all the time that everybody has their own key to the universe, their own library card to the universe. And what I have is not what you have. And what you have is not what I have. And what I can check out is not what you're going to check out.
run that shit back. You said, I'm sorry, let me cut you off. You said not everybody has their what to the universe?
I'd say everybody has their own library card to the universe. And what I might check out the library might not be what you check out, but I'm going to check something out, right? And my stuff is going to be what I can intrinsically bring to the world, right? And so the same for you, Adonis. It'll be something specific for you. And if today, let's say you don't go to the library, that's you choosing not to check out something that the universe is willing to partake, so that it can come out of you or through you per se. So when I perform, I feel like a shell. Like maybe somebody was looking for stop giving that pussy up to a nigga who just because he makes you feel special, right? Maybe that was for somebody who need to hear that. I don't know.
Somebody
I'm
need
not giving. I'm a guy. I don't know. I don't got nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying?
somebody needed to hear that. Like, you know what? I'm gonna stop giving that out to that nigga because yeah.
Yeah.
So now you got two prompts to write off of out of this interview because that library one was smooth.
Oh
Man.
yeah. That's just a ism that I live by. Like
Mm,
just as a creative, like I know that if I'm gonna make something of this thing, I have to constantly be honing my craft and practicing or jotting stuff down or thinking about poetry or thinking about my craft. And if no one's gonna check my books out for myself, I got to check it out for myself. So,
hmm.
but yeah, I might jot that down for sure.
No, I'm gonna need you to jot that down. I need that at the next wherever we at. I need that poem.
Heard you. Yeah, I heard you for sure.
Yeah, we need that. Okay, I'm gonna need slap that on a piece of paper. You know what I'm saying? Wrap it.
Got
Well,
you. Yeah,
and
yeah. I got the pen right here. Don't worry, I got you.
it's all right. Speaking of pens, I need to keep some because I can throw my pens at y'all, especially you. You know, hit you with a couple pens because you can write. You can write, bro. Tell us a bit about your writing process. Like, what is it? How do you get into the writing? Like, what's your flow like? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Um, I got some advice one day. Someone told me that I should practice saying or keeping a rhyme scheme going, like door, floor, more, those types of words. Just because their critique to me once was that I used too many tangents,
Mm,
right? So trying to focus my mind in using keeping the rhythm or the words to rhyme was a way for me to keep the same theme throughout what I was trying to say without deviating. Um, so sometimes I just start writing things and I look for words that rhyme. Sometimes I'm listening to music, and I get inspired by something. Sometimes I'm thinking about, you know, a moment in my life that I felt super happy or romantic. It depends. It comes from anything. It could be me cooking some chicken for my kids. It could be me at work taking care of one of my individuals, any context. But when it comes to sitting down and writing it, it's just me sitting and saying, okay, does this wordplay make sense? Am I doing too much with the scheme? Am I um overdoing it per se? Can I bring it in and make it a little more cohesive? Um, am I being redundant? Because I could say one thing 10 different ways, right? And that's not that's poetry, but that's not necessarily the best way to get a point across, right? So I'm
Mm.
not sure if I answered your question, but
No, it did. It
at
definitely.
first, right, finding a way to rhyme helps me focus the thought that I'm trying to get across per se.
Gotcha. So somebody in the chat, engineer per se, asked if you have a book or are you writing a book? Do you have any media?
I
Oh,
am. I am. I'm glad. Nia, that shout out to Nia. She's great, super multi-talented. Yeah, she got some spunk
shout
for
out to
sure.
Nakia, man.
Um, I am writing a book currently. Um, I am in the process of just collecting pieces. I have probably like 14 pieces total. I'd like 40 to 60. So,
Mm,
and I have small things, but they're not entire like, full poems that I think, could go in a book. Maybe I'm just overthinking it, but I have 14 total, like total large pieces. I have several like really tiny ones.
mm,
Um, but I'm in the process of doing that right now. Hopefully, I would say in the next 3 or 4 months, I should start marketing what that looks like and bringing some snippets of what that looks like. So yeah,
mm,
coming soon.
mm. I'm waiting for it. We're gonna put
Yeah,
a deadline on you soon. You know what I'm saying? We gotta
yeah,
get the book out. No rush, but it's about that time. You know, it's
yeah.
about.
Seriously.
Don't rush yourself, man. It
Yeah,
putting that together it's a real emotional process. It was for me. I'm only speaking for myself, but it's definitely worth it on the other side. So
yeah,
when that book dropped, though, let us
yeah.
know
I
because
have a question for you in that process. Maybe you can give me some advice. Did you find that collecting your work was difficult, or was it easier for you per se?
so I'll say the first book was the most difficult because it's crossing that threshold. The second one I kind of just compiled together. So it was kind of hard because I didn't like the first one was can I do this? The second one was okay, I've done this before. Hopefully it works out. But the third one it was easy because it was I understood what to do. And I felt more free as a poet. Um, and it was just like natural to me. So
Mm,
um but now it's like, okay, I'm true to this. I'm not new to this. I don't know why that phrase is coming up all the time, but it's like, okay, now if I drop number four, this is just I know what I'm doing. I know the themes. I know what I'm creating, and it's becoming a process of this is what I'm putting together. So that
That's
first one, it is crossing that threshold.
yeah.
It's stepping
Yeah,
into the it's
about to
saying
be an author. That's crazy.
about to be an author, man. Listen,
Great.
you know, if you need publishing tips, you know where to find me. But it's not about
Copy
me
that.
right now. It's about you. All right. Um, Trying to think. I think I ran out of questions. I'll be quick with this.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I am out of questions. Is there anything you wanted to share with us before we get into our last part of this interview?
No, I already gave you my flowers, bro. Just know that, God's doing something special with you. And just like I said, you have this is your library card to the universe, bro, and you're doing it. Folks is able to check out dozens of poets because you were able to put something together and keep it together, bro.
Mhm.
That's just all I have to give. I just good job. That's it.
It's not about me, right? It's
Whatever,
about
bro.
you.
I don't. You
Thank
gonna take this? You gonna take these flowers, bro?
thank you. I appreciate it for real. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm not one for praise. All right.
Take those flowers, my geyser.
I got you. I'm gonna take the flowers. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put them in a nice vase somewhere, right in my collection of flowers I've been given over time. But with that being said, that was our interview. I want to thank you personally for coming on this and talking to us, giving us a little bit of insight of who you are. Because like I said, you've been on this journey with us, and everyone that comes on this journey, it's fun to watch and be a part of. And it's just fun to be a part of your journey, as a poet, as a creator, and seeing how many people you inspire and things like that, and how you continue to grow into your full self. Because
Yeah.
the poetry poppy we know right now, if I see you gonna get a poem. if you are anything like how I see you, man,
Yeah.
you we gonna have some problems. You gonna be you are a problem now. You're gonna be a revolutionary pretty soon. You know, and
Oh
I
yeah.
that's some real. That's really from the heart. Like you know, like you really got this thing going, and I hope that you continue to flow with it and don't ever give up on poetry. You know, keep
Yeah.
going with it. With that being said, because by popular demand, the crowd wants a poem. So I'm gonna need you to
Urgent.
give us something, okay? So
Yeah.
matter of fact, because they've been so demanding, I need you to give us two poems. Can you do that?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
give us two poems. You know what I'm saying? Let's give the crowd what they asking for.
I'm gonna give a new one I've never done before, and I'll do an old one that I've done probably a couple times now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this one, I wrote it for a friend, um, and I meant every word of it. So the standing title that I have for it right now is called Mahogany. I might change it. I'm not sure why I wrote that, but I haven't changed it since I wrote it. So I see you, and I envision a divine goddess. And just so you know, this is not some attempt for me to make some lame ass conquest. I just want to tell you that you're beautiful and you're soft and you're dazzlingly feminine. And I want you to know that I see glimpses of the woman within. I see visions of your past lives. You once was a seamstress. I think that's why I hang on to every thread in our text. It definitely begs the question, in what other ways can we connect? Can we wade through waters of intimacy till it reaches our necks? I would dive as deep as Atlantis if getting to know you was all I had to do next. Can we spend the next few decades proving that love could be perfect, that love could be worth it, that there's nothing you need to do to earn it? I want to give it to you freely because you deserve it. And this poem is just me scratching the surface. I want to stimulate your synapses and me inspire you to unleash your divine purpose. I want to caress your mind's curves with tenderness. Together, we can discover whether you can love someone on purpose. I want to make you come on purpose. Release your stress with me. You know, the sex is so good, and no, there ain't no other nigga like me. And if you disagree, well, you can come and fight me. We can go round for round, pound for pound. I'll lick you up and I'll stroke you down. Are you trying to be quiet for? Let it out. Scream and shout praises to the Most High because, yes, you have been blessed. My name is Stefan Benoit. I am the crown that is blessed. I am the one who comes next. But I love hard, so just don't play no games unless it's chess. In that case, I'll be the king to your queen, and you have the ability to go anything, anywhere, and do anything, so long as the energy that you bring to me is serene. Oh, it's a little something, something I was cooking for a friend of mine.
This is a smooth operator. Shit, your words are like
Shit.
it's like how do you chat? How do you explain his? How do you explain his poetry? Like if y'all were to explain, because I got an
That's a
idea.
good question. That's a really good question.
But chat, how would you explain? You know what I'm saying? What would you say poetry poppy's poetry is like? Chat. Let me see. Hold. Let me see what they say. Give them a second for them type, and then we're gonna get that second poem. Come on now, don't be shy.
Yeah, no, I actually really want to know the answer to this because I don't know.
It's like a it it's like a hold on. Oh, it's like a warm open fire almost. Sensual, thought provoking, feel good. Like it's real. It's like drawing you in. Like you know what I'm saying. Like it's not a come here. It's a come here for a second. Let me talk to you.
Yeah,
You know, I
yeah,
don't. It's not a. I'm not. You don't come off as like soulful. You know, it's like
yeah.
sit on my lap. Come sit on Poppy's lap real quick, and
Let's
let's
talk about it.
let's have a chat. You know, you don't realize
Yes,
how
sir.
like intimate that is. It's like oh my gosh. All right, I'll sit in your lap, Poppy. You know, how that's the energy you're giving off. But see this next poem.
Yeah. This is an older one. I think I did this one for Love Jones.
Mm.
So it's been a while since I've actually performed this one. I think the last time I did it was at Antonia's neck of the woods. This was like last year. Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm immeasurably grateful for the hours in silence. Time spent memorizing the colors in your eyes, all in an attempt to find your love. Boy, did I find it. See, most time we really just mix passion fruit potions, cocktails to make you bold so we can carry out God's plan for the night. And the views tonight, fireworks, but this fire and desire ain't visible, more like pyrotechnics that burn in your bones when our lips touch. Yeah, I know you hate kissing, but you love us. So much so that you're willing to step out of your comfort zone for us. I know you wonder if you can even trust us. Niggas done made that hella difficult. Let me reassure you that this here isn't child's play, girl. I'm here to stay. Let me create opportunities to be with you, never stopping to search and rescue for your lost heart. I'm your man. Yeah, I said it. I'm dedicated to this commitment. Willing to go the distance. Go ahead, girl. Put a label on it. And tell your mans it's really free smoke about you. I'm willing to get down and dirty about you. I'll spin about you. And he really shouldn't feel no ways about you. You're mine now. But now he crying now. Because he ain't fuck with you way back then. But how about now?
How about now?
Got you wondering who you can trust now. But trust me, I got a lot of energy for this journey through your jungle. So for once, baby, come and see me. Recognize that you'll be in a world of pure imagination. A place where you erase my mind in overdrive. Poem.
Run that jungle pop line right back real quick. Do that. Do that. What was the jungle line again?
Got you. Um, tell your mans it's really free smoke about you. I'm willing to get down and dirty about you. I'll spin about you. And he really shouldn't feel no ways about you. You're mine now. Well, now he crying now. Because he ain't fuck with you way back then, but how about now? Got you wondering who you can trust now. Well, trust me, I got a lot of energy for this journey through your jungle.
Journey through your jungle. God damn, he ready to rumble. Ooh. Whew.
Facts, yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, this is Poetry Poppy on the mic right now. Oh man, smooth, sensual.
My
You
peoples.
you a killer. You know what I'm saying? You out here
Hey,
don't
you brought the energy. I'm just following the game plan, my guy.
you brought the energy. You know what I'm saying? You brought the game plan. You came through, swept everybody under their feet. You know what I'm saying? Caught us off guard, and now here you are, smoking the competition. This is your platform. It's your moment, and you out
Yeah,
here killing them softly with your words. Just
yeah.
woo.
Mellow accents. I keep thinking about that song,
Mm,
giving them eargasms with my mellow accents. That's like how I can like, if I could qualify or quantify or describe my poetry,
mhm.
I want to give people eargasms
You
with my
are
mellow
giving
accents.
orgasms. You are. You are
Yeah,
giving orgasms.
that's it.
You're all over the place. All right. Like I said, this is sincerely Donnie here with Poetry Poppy. I want to thank you again for coming out here. I
Yeah,
hope to see
thank
you.
you.
We're gonna see you soon. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be at the next UB in poetry. He's got a
Yes,
book coming out. You know, sooner than later. We're gonna get
yeah,
on top of that.
I already
Um,
have a title. I can give you the title. I can give you that because I already have that. Let
drop
me.
the title.
Sorry. Here we go. Sorry, I was just at it. Um, Sorry, it's Poetry Poppy, Exposing the Man Within. That's what it is.
Exposing the man within. You got album cover titles and shit like that. You about to have the side profile with your hand out like this.
You know the vibes.
Yo, you the dark
Got
skinned
to.
Drake. You
Got,
you
got
you
to.
you what Drake wanna be, the dark skinned Drake. That's what you are.
Hey, he's the GOAT, bro. I gotta give him his props too, bro. He's the GOAT.
Woo. That's what our interview ends. Don't get all right. I'll see y'all later. Have a good night, everybody. All
All right,
right.
bro. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you having me, man.